Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Carolina Panthers.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I like the thought process, I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense. But this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Hurts. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Giants! Gabriel Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feed into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7-7, our score after one. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Hurts throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Gabriel Davis halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Gabriel Davis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So a sensational return there on special teams. A foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now, this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Right back to Davis, it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to Hurts, fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Zay Jones, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But first down, Hurts. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. Past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Gabriel Davis, 76 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Twelve yards there as they move the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry. Running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Not
too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. and they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Hurts throw taken in by Slayton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Barkley, inside handoff. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go play action with Hurts. Got a man, Slayton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. Touchdown! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Giants look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because
so a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They held the offense